Hi everyone, and welcome back to another segment of The Right Sites.
Today we are in Williamstown, Kentucky to see the Ark Encounter.
Now, the Ark Encounter is located about halfway between Lexington and Cincinnati, about 45 miles south of Cincinnati, right off of what, I-75?
Yes, and the tickets are $54.95 for adults, and then kids 10 and under are free.
Which is really cool. I mean, there's not too many big attractions like this where kids 10 and under can get in free.
Correct.
Now, the $54, kind of a steep price.
Almost $55.
Yeah, $55.
It seems a little high.
It does, but you know, there are a lot of attractions that people go to. Kings Island, for example, in Cincinnati, you're going to spend at least that much going up there for a day. So it's not really out of the ordinary, but this segment of The Right Sites, we're going to tour it and then give you our honest opinion. Is it worth the cost of admission?
I've heard the playground's really nice too, so it's like a great family day event, so we'll see.
Yep, there's more to do here than just the Ark, but obviously the Ark is the biggest exhibit.
And so far, it's impressive.
Yes, very impressive.
Just seeing it.
Yeah. So we're walking up to the Ark right now, and like Becky said, very impressive. 510 feet long, and I think, what, 85 feet high or so? Or is that wide?
4 stories.
4 stories?
Yep. Only 3 are open to the public.
Ah, okay.
So there's a 4th story that they may open one day. Right now they use it for storage.
And if you didn't know, they built this to the exact dimensions that you find in the book of Genesis, I believe.
Yep.
In Genesis, early in Genesis, like chapter 5, chapter 6, I believe.
Talks
And
about cubits.
Yeah, cubits.
So now you finally get to see how many cubits it is.
Yeah, I think a cubit I read is like 18 inches, something like that. So anyway, here we go. We're getting ready to walk in to the Ark Encounter. So, Becky, you excited?
I am.
Yeah.
I don't usually get excited about museum type stuff, but this is exciting.
This is a really cool place to visit. Can't wait to get inside. Oh, yeah, it's so good in here. Okay, so this is the first steps into the Ark.
Look at the detail.
Yeah, that's cool. And as you're walking through, you can probably hear the thunder and lightning in the background.
Storms are coming. Are these like cages?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, these would be like bird cages.
Yeah.
So
Pretty cool.
yeah, the first thing you see right here is like where an example of what the bird cages might look like on the Ark. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is like the hull of the boat.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of neat. All right, so one of the first things you notice when you get into the Ark is kind of how they make it so realistic.
Yeah, the animal sounds and the creaking of the boat and the storm.
Yeah, the boat actually shakes a little bit, so it's almost like you're in the storm itself.
Yeah, it's cool. And then just the things that you didn't think about, like all the water jugs and the bags of grain and just things I hadn't really thought about.
Yeah, so far we've only been in here maybe 5-10 minutes, and we are very impressed.
Really cool.
The detail behind this Ark Encounter is amazing. So at the end of the first floor, you come down to a really cool model of the Ark. And you can kind of see inside what the Ark could have looked like. And it is a pretty impressive display. And then over to the left, you see how the animals could have been arranged in the Ark. And one of the cool things about this is that it proves that it actually could be done. All the animals of the earth being kept on this large ark. All right, so that was floor number 1.
On to level 2.
Level 2. I'm sure this will be full of surprises too.
Yeah.
Because we already saw a bunch of places they would have stored animals.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any place though that they would store fish. So we're going to figure that one. I don't think that.
Okay, funny guy. Yeah, there's definitely no whales on board.
Yeah. So on the second floor, they have a replica of what the door might have looked like, which I think is a really cool part of the exhibit. Of course, the Ark only had one door, and this is what it may have looked like. So on the second floor, you also have Noah's gift shop. I think that's found in Genesis 8, verse 6. Noah had this big gift shop and snack bar. So good kind of halfway point. You can stop and shop around a little bit. All right, so we just got done with the second floor. What was your favorite part of the second floor?
I like the animals in the crates, and also like reading about how they actually handled like feeding and watering the animals and getting sunlight and stuff. That was cool.
Yeah, it is really cool because they really kind of thought about this from I guess a scientific perspective. Could it be done? Yeah. And I think they kind of easily proved that it could have been done. I think my favorite part probably was the big door.
Yeah, that was cool.
Oh, this is kind of epic, I guess.
Huge.
So we're on our way. I guess this is the third and final floor, right?
Yes.
All right, so let's head on up, check out the top floor of Noah's Ark. So the first thing on the third floor looks like the living quarters. So obviously Noah and his family would have had to have had some place to sleep and hang out.
There they are.
So here is Shem right here. Looked like he had a pretty cool bedroom. And we got other parts of his family. This is a neat part of the exhibit. Look at this. Here's one of the girls fixing supper.
Lots of garlic. Nice.
Yeah.
Look at that. All garlic. They did not forget the garlic. That is smart. Ash will be glad to hear that.
All right, so here's some other folks over here hanging out in the TV room.
Fresh green beans.
Yeah. Looks like Noel's up here trying to get a bird or something.
Yeah, something escaped. Oh, look at behind you, all the cages.
Oh, all the cages of birds. Another really cool thing about the exhibit is they really kind of tried to present it as the way it really could be, kind of just a normal way of life on this big ark and what life must have been like. After you go through the Ark Encounter, you can also tour the Ariat Ridge Zoo, which is right behind us here. So,
looks like fun for the kids.
Yeah, it looks like fun. So let's check it out. We'll show you what that's all about as well. All right, so what do you think about the zoo here?
It's actually pretty cool. They have lemurs and a sloth, and the kangaroos are cool.
Yeah, kangaroos right behind us here. You actually get to go inside kind of the area and get a first-hand experience with the kangaroos. I was very surprised and impressed with how cool this zoo is.
I like the goats. You got to pet them.
Yeah, petting the goats. What else did they have? The camel. All sorts of neat things that I think not only kids would enjoy, but I enjoyed it as well. Yeah, llamas. So really cool to check out the zoo exhibit as well, so don't miss that. All right, so that was a pretty extensive look at the Ark Encounter here in Northern Kentucky.
And it was awesome.
Yep, and at the beginning of the video we said, okay, is it worth the $55? Like we said, this was our first time here, and we spent, what, maybe 2 hours inside the Ark?
Yeah, at least 2, maybe a little over 2, and a few outside.
Oh, you could easily spend
all
day inside the Ark. I mean, there's enough to do in there, and just things to read and so forth. It's really cool. The petting zoo outside, it's not really a petting zoo.
Well, there is a petting zoo piece of it, but it's an actual zoo that has a lot of different animals. It's really cool. Really cool.
The kids' playground, real impressive as well.
Yeah.
So
we saw things on that playground I've never seen before. That's cool things for the kids.
So bottom line, $55 per adult. What do you think, Becky? Is it worth it?
I think it is. It's definitely a full day event. Of course, if you could come before your kids hit that 10 years old age mark, that'd be great, because then you don't have to pay for them. But I think especially for the educational value too, and just seeing that visual, visual learning of what the Ark was like, you just can't beat that. That was cool. Yeah, bottom line is simply this. I've paid $55 and more to go to certain events like Kings Island, Disney World, that's a lot more money. Way more than that. And $55, it's actually, I think, a bargain, because you could stay all day long. The kids would love it. You as an adult would love it as well. So I think it's well worth the money. I think so too. So if you're ever in this part of Kentucky or want to make a special trip, like people that we know that have done that. In fact, we met a lady that came from Iowa. So there are people from all over the country that come here. I think it's well worth it. So make your way to the Ark Encounter in Williamstown, Kentucky. You won't regret it. Okay. On this side. I can't videotape. They look bald. You don't look bald. I can't do it with my left hand. All right. And our gimbal is not.
Okay, so we just finished. Yeah, I'll try it. Okay, ready?
There, see?
Here we go.
It's recording.
So we just finished. Where's the camera? Right here. So we just finished with the Ark Encounter. It was amazing, and we're exiting through the gift shop.
And it smells so good.
Yes, it
I've
does.
got some homemade fudge and big jumbo cookies and
Becky's not a fudge fan. All right, we might do that later. Let's go outside. All right, so we've been waiting in line for about 10 minutes, and they do not make you wait in line 2 by 2. You like that joke?
I have heard a lot of people say that though.
So, ready?
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even with the picture, it's going to be, you can wave at it.
Well, I thought, okay. I thought you'd already taken it and I was sitting here. Whatever. Did you want to tell your Ark joke again?
I know. Oh, shoot, I wasn't.
You're a liar. I don't
She
believe
called me a liar at a religious type place.
Because you were lying.
And I was lying.